All right, boys and girls, welcome back to the congregation. Finally breaking out the Brapstar Odin gloves. I've been asked a couple times, hey, where's your gloves? The heavy hitters are a little thicker, and I get hot real easy, so I haven't been wearing them. But today it's 57 degrees outside in Florida. This is it's the coldest place on the face of the earth right now. There's nowhere in the world colder than 57 degrees Fahrenheit. We're headed to a town called Webster. If you live in Florida, especially near Central Florida, I'm sure you've heard of. They have a monthly swap meet, the first weekend of every month, and I've never been. A lot of my friends go, especially the guys that have those choppers that may or may not always run. But I've never been. I don't need anything at the swap meet. I've just never been. And this weekend, I feel like I'm making up for lost time this weekend. On a video or two ago, I mentioned that, we were really on the go for weeks and weeks, months really, if you stretch it back to April, and we never had a chance to really unwind. And we really packed it all in this weekend. I mean, yes, the weekend before, we went over to the Brapstar camp out, which is a way to relax, but not really. I mean, you're partying, you're hanging out, you're constantly moving, etc. But this weekend, we did the county fair on Friday night, was out late. We did a annual music festival yesterday that my friends Jack and Colleen and Jack's daughter came over, spent the day with us there. That was a long day of lots of beers being thrown back by me anyway. And then now today I'm heading over to Webster, which is about a 63-mile ride, and it's all back roads. Fine by me. You can't really go anywhere from DeLand without taking back roads, unless you want to go. Well, I don't know. You can. You can. It's great. It's not. Tampa and big cities everywhere have very easy access to expressways, freeways that are typically jammed up with a lot of people because everybody's doing the same shit. From where we live now, everything's back roads. I mean, you can go to freeways here, take some back roads to freeways and go some places. So far, we've opted to not do that very often. 3 days ago, we had the opportunity to go to a bike night. If you're familiar with the old Ace Cafe Orlando, they had a bike night that looked pretty big every Thursday night. It was always packed, and I always wanted to go there, but I never quite made it because work. And they had to shut down due to some zoning problems, or I wasn't in the Orlando area, so I don't know 100%. I guess since then, this is way earlier in the year. Since then, the motorcycling community has been really hard pressed to find a suitable replacement. So they have a few things that kind of pop up around. And one of them is at a place called Rock and Brews in a town called Oviedo, which is outside of Orlando. My wife and I went, and we had to get on I-4 for a little bit. And it was, after just dealing with back roads over the last few weeks, that was really a puckering experience. Anyway, I'm not going to really dive in about traffic so much. I really enjoy this a whole lot. You get commercials. I worked at Harley Davidson, for about 9 months, and the commercials or whatever, the online commercials, but especially the internal training, like there was this big emphasis on the open road, and it's like this thing that people say, oh, just you being the open road. And living in a more urban area, it's like the open road is an absolute lie. There is no open road. This is open road. Now you do get behind some. Boy, my old stepmother back in the 80s and 90s used to call them Pokey Johns. You get your Sunday drivers out here. Like I'm doing 70. There's no need to be doing 70 out here. I just am. It's kind of where I'm in my comfort zone at 2,500 RPM, so 6th gear. I'm going to catch this truck. Maybe I'll have the opportunity to pass or not. I may be stuck behind him for a little bit. Whatever. But in general, it's the open road. And, let me tell you, I'm here for it. I've never ridden street motorcycles where I had the opportunity in my entire adult riding life. I've been riding since I was 14, but that was dirt bikes. We grew up on dirt bikes around the farm. And, I got my first street bike back in the very early 2000s, and that was in Tucson. And while Tucson was not as busy as some other places like Phoenix where I lived or Tampa or whatever, it's never really open road. This is open road. So for the first time in my life, I'm living the Harley Davidson commercials, baby. Or the motorcycling commercials in general. I think you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, this swap meet, I saw pictures of it online. I'm sure they're going to only post the pictures that make it look like the biggest thing you ever saw. But it looks like a pretty happening place. I mean, I've never really seen much that goes on there. I mean, I know it's a swap meet. We had a swap meet in Phoenix every now and then. And who knows? I might find some bullshit that I didn't think I was going to pick up and take it home. Who knows? Going to be meeting up with a friend or two. I don't know if both guys are coming or not, but we'll get up here and we'll tag them. Trying to become better acquainted with new friends, over here in this new journey of ours. Nothing will replace the Tampa weirdo crew. The Tampa crew is quite a strange collection of individuals, which really made me feel at home, around those folks. It's only 100 miles, and not that far, but you guys know how life goes, man. Hopefully I don't become a complete stranger. So, moving over here gives me the opportunity to become better acquainted with other people.
Hey y'all, just wanted to pop in here real quick because everybody loves a commercial on YouTube, but this time it's for myself. I am very, very excited to finally be able to launch my very first ever t-shirt design. Not the bullshit from the print-on-demand service that I was trying to offer before. I did see a couple of guys rolling around in some shirts they bought. They look like trash. I apologize. I have no way to monitor that quality. I worked with Shade Tree Surgeon and Shay Lisi to partner with some artists and the screen printer. Gonna put these prints down on the high quality shirts that you guys have come to know and love. This design is the Swamp King on one of my first designs to be really over the top. It features the Swamp King in the spirit of the Night King atop his trusty steed, the Dragon Gator, over the swamps, leading the charge of undead motorcyclists. You'll notice the Mjolnir in his hand gathering the lightning. Since Florida has the lightning capital of the U.S. right here on its soil, I thought that would be very fitting. This is a color swap. We decided to do something different with the colors for Uncle Bogator. So to go along with the t-shirt launch, we are doing a limited edition color swap sticker. I'm only going to sell 100 of those stickers. If you look down below the video, the shop should be visible there, or you can go straight to UncleBogator.com. These are pre-order. I'm doing this pre-order for a very limited time. Once the pre-orders are done, I'll put in the order for the screen printer, pick those up and ship them out as quickly as possible. You will not have them by Christmas. The pre-order will end near Christmas time. So yeah, click one of the links down below, head to UncleBogator.com, grab yours.
2.3 miles away. The ride has been absolutely gorgeous up here, man. So pretty out. Not too much traffic slowing me down. I mean, it is kind of busy for a Sunday, but we're only 2 miles from Webster now, and I think people are all headed over to this the county fairgrounds back here for a car show. I've seen a few things going on that might draw the interest of people. It says Webster city limits. I do like how it's like the use of the word city is pretty liberal there. That's what I'm talking. That's what I want. That's what I want. I mean, not an antique shop, but if somebody says, "Hey, Mike, where's your ideal place to live?" Back there. That's it. A shop on it. I mean, what else do you need? You got a Dollar General. I hope there's not any kind of paid parking or anything. That would kind of blow. $5 admission. Lord have mercy, man. What do you want? $5? $5,
yes, sir.
Okay, it's kind of a rip-off. Whatever. Oh, let's park. Look at this Road King. What a sexy beast, man. Let's park here. Let's park here next to this thing, shall we? Oh, look at this. Look at the Road Kings lined up in a row. Got that sexy motherfucker there.
Definitely a little bit of everything out here. You want something for your newer bike? There's some stuff. Older bikes? Absolutely. It's a mishmash of things here and there. I mean, I've seen people buy things that it's like, did you come here looking for that? Or did you walk by and say, oh, you know what? I could use that. There's definitely been a few things that I've seen that's like, oh shit, that's something I could actually use. Maybe we'll pick them up. Maybe we won't. Let's check out some of the things they got. Definitely don't see one of these guys every day. Look how absolutely clean this thing is. Never had one. I think Kawasaki's one of the only brands I've never owned, actually. Yeah, this is pretty mint, man. Hell yeah. The spirit of you snooze, you lose. There were like 4 panheads sitting here earlier, and I said I'm gonna come back and film them, and I didn't. They're gone, so I missed out. Not that you've never seen a panhead before, but these were pretty good. Are there bad ones? Plenty of bad ones. The later and warmer it gets, the longer the beer line is. Nature of the beast. Maybe I should get 2 next time, so I gotta wait in line. We had to spend at least a little bit of money. I got some visors that we'll put on. I've been asking my contact at one of my sponsors for a while because they sell binders or visors, but I always include it in other emails, so I don't think he sees it. But this is the real haul. This is the real haul right here. So not only is this a switchblade, right? Probably end up hurting myself, but it's got Harley Davidson on it. You know what that means? When you stab somebody, eagles come flying out of the wound. The sky darkens, fireworks go off, the American flag flowing out, Freebird plays in the air. The guy dies a glorious death when you get stabbed by a Harley Davidson switchblade. The freedom stab. I set him free. This is the ultimate freedom. You never have to pay taxes again. Not one time.
A few moments later.
All right, boys. Our time at the Webster Swap-O-Rama has come to a close. It was nice, man. I did see my buddy Pedro. I didn't film him. I'm not sure how he feels about that, and I haven't gotten to know him well enough to ask. I was talking to Burning Gas Hauling Ass on Instagram. I'm not sure if he does YouTube. I think he used to do YouTube. Buddy from Scotland. He was visiting the U.S. a few weeks ago, a couple months ago. Stopped by to see me at Burt's, and we were talking. I said, this is before we sold the house, and I said, look, man, all I need is access to gas, groceries, a bar within a couple of miles from home, and good motorcycle roads. And he did it. He just looked at me right in the eye and said, isn't that what every man wants? Yes. That's what we want. It's not that difficult. Don't overthink it. Oh, man. My wife and I talked about it not too long ago. I'm from a small, I won't even say small town, because Knoxville, Tennessee is a small town. But just like most towns, there's like different areas. I'm from South Knoxville. I'm from a farm. We had like 130 acres. Yes, small farm in South Knoxville. My wife is from a town called Yuma, Arizona, which is a small town, armpit, Arizona. Both of us, graduated high school and we chased this thing, you know what I mean? This thing that you want to do when you turn 18 and the shackles are let loose of your parents, school, and all that bullshit. Yeah, it's so hard to get into this because I feel like I'll go on a million tangents, but you just start accepting life as, life is working hard for somebody else and always having a car payment, and you gotta have this, you gotta have that. I guess the old colloquialism is keeping up with the Joneses, but even if you're not doing that, there's this thing, I don't know. And here we are now. We're not even like, I've had a lot of people ask me, did I retire? Fuck no, man, I can't afford that. But we kind of did what retirees do. We decided, hey, we've had enough of this always chase. And we want to go back to the small town vibe that we both came up with, in completely different sides of the country. And man, it suits us just fine. God, it suits us great.
First trip to the swap meet ever is in the books, and I didn't get anything major, obviously. I mean, I got my switchblade, my Freedom Blade. But those little visors we're gonna put on, I'm gonna do that right now. Wife and grandson are in there taking a nap. It's late Sunday afternoon, ain't got shit going on. Nothing major. I felt like the swap meet is one of those places. Sure, you might go there and look for something like, hey, I wish I could find a starter for a 63 Triumph. I don't know, but I felt like there was just so much stuff there that it's almost like you go there with like this very broad idea of maybe what you want. Like you kind of store these things in the back of your mind, and if you run across them there, it's like, oh shit, yeah. Kind of like my visors. I'm probably never going to dig deep into this motor. I know I talked about like doing a 110 kit or something, but the more I think about it, I don't know, man, why. But these visors are something that I have wanted for a while, and it's minor, like I said, but why not? So let's put these things on. Hopefully they fit. All right, I did get it done, but I was completely wrong about the headlight. You don't take the other ring off. It is kind of how I thought it was for a moment, but I changed my mind earlier. I figured it out. So the entire headlight ring is inside of there. You just have to take this screw all the way out that's under here, that's holding that together, and spread it out good and pop it on. But that's why it doesn't have a seal, because it goes around the whole thing. Side profile view, this is what makes these things look really sharp. Hell yeah. God, I love that so much. Let's make sure my lights work. Looking good, baby boy, looking good. Okay, not bad for 60 bucks. Like I said, it's like $50 for the headlight trim from Harley Davidson and $80 for the passing lamp trim. Passing lamp trim was new in the box. I am going to have to take this headlight ring off a couple times because I do have some new headlights to install and compare. So that's all right. We'll take it off 1 or 2 times and then that'll be that. So yeah, I think that's going to wrap this one up. We started this morning, went to Webster, came back home, bought some shit, put it on, trial and error. Yeah, thanks for coming along for this video and all videos. And until next time, we'll see you later.